In the quiet hum of the night, when the city sleeps, this hallway becomes a world of its own. You see them, don't you? The doctors, the nurses, heroes in white coats racing against the clock. Every footstep echoes with urgency, every conversation a matter of life and death. They are the front line, the celebrated saviors, and rightly so. We see their exhaustion, we praise their dedication, and we thank them for every life they touch. Their world is one of bright lights and high stakes, a drama playing out for all to see. But look closer. In the shadows, just beyond the glow of the overhead lights, there's another story unfolding, a quieter one. Do you see her? She's part of the same world, but moves in a different rhythm. Her uniform isn't white, it's blue. Her tools aren't scalpels and stethoscopes, but a mop and a cart filled with solutions that smell of clean. She's the keeper of this space, the silent guardian against the unseen enemies, the germs, the bacteria, the chaos left behind in the wake of emergencies. She moves through these halls like a ghost, a presence so constant she becomes invisible. While one team fights to save a life in the operating room, she's out here, making sure the path to that room is sterile, that the family waiting area is clean, that the invisible threats are kept at bay. There's no applause for a perfectly polished floor, no awards for a disinfected doorknob. Her work doesn't make headlines, but without it, the work of the heroes in white would be impossible. She is the foundation upon which miracles are built, the quiet strength that holds everything together. So next time you walk these halls, take a moment, look into the shadows. You might just see a hero you never noticed before. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that looks at the world a little differently. See you next time. Look closely at the reflection. See her? That's Maria. Tired eyes, maybe, but there's a fire in them that never goes out. The gray hair, neatly tied back, tells a story of discipline, of a life lived with purpose. But it's the other reflection, the one just behind her in the glass, that holds the key. A ghost of who she was, a military surgeon. Sharp, focused, hands that could mend the broken and hold back the tide of fate on the battlefield. That uniform was her skin for years. It was her identity, her calling. Every stitch represented a life saved, a promise kept. The operating theater was her world, a place of controlled chaos where every second mattered. She thrived there amidst the pressure, the beeping machines, the quiet prayers of the wounded. She left a piece of her soul in every field hospital and every life she touched. It was a life of immense honor, but also of immense weight. A burden you carry long after you take off the uniform. But people change. Seasons turn. The woman you see now, the one standing in the quiet of her own home, is not just a memory. She's a testament to resilience. Leaving that life behind wasn't an act of surrender. It was an act of courage. It was choosing a different kind of battle, the one for peace, for quiet mornings, for the chance to simply be. She traded the adrenaline of the AI for the gentle rhythm of a new dawn. That reflection isn't a ghost haunting her. It's a foundation. All the strength, the precision, the compassion she learned in that uniform, she carries it with her still. It's in the way she tends to her garden, in the steady calm she offers a friend, in the wisdom she holds in her gaze. She is both the surgeon and the survivor, the warrior and the peacemaker. Her past forged her, but her future is hers to write, one quiet, beautiful day at a time. Her story reminds us that our greatest strength is the ability to redefine our purpose and find peace in a new chapter. Thank you so much for watching and sharing this moment with us. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more stories of strength and new beginnings. We'll see you in the next one. In the heart of St. Mary's Hospital, the rhythm of life is a frantic, unending beat. Monitors beep a constant, urgent language. Outside, ambulance lights paint fleeting strokes of red and blue against the night. Doctors and nurses are a blur of motion, a whirlwind of scrubs and hurried footsteps, each one a warrior in a battle against time. And then there is Maria. Amidst this orchestrated chaos, she moves with a quiet grace. Her mop glides across the linoleum, a silent dance partner in this theater of urgency. She is the calm eye of the hurricane, her presence a steady, grounding force. While others rush to save lives, Maria works to restore order, to bring a sense of cleanliness and peace to a place that rarely knows it. She sees it all. The anxious families huddled in waiting rooms, their faces etched with worry. The brief, triumphant smiles of a successful surgery, the quiet, somber moments of loss. Maria is a silent witness to the rawest spectrum of human emotion. Her work isn't just about cleaning floors. It's about creating a space where healing can happen, where dignity is maintained even in the most vulnerable of times. Each swipe of her mop erases the footprints of panic and haste, leaving behind a trail of calm. She doesn't wear a stethoscope or a white coat, but her role is just as vital. She's the unsung hero, the quiet guardian of this sacred space. In a world that often overlooks the quiet contributors, Maria's story is a powerful reminder that every act of service, no matter how small it may seem, holds immense meaning. She is the steady hand that cleanses the chaos, one quiet, deliberate motion at a time. Thank you for watching this story from St. Mary's. If you were moved by Maria's silent strength, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more stories that matter. See you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a scene that's all about the quiet details, the moments that often go unnoticed but hold so much meaning. Let's set the stage. We're in a busy, perhaps slightly sterile environment, a clinic, maybe a hospital. Everything has its place and every action has a purpose. Amidst this structured world, we meet young Dr. Kevin Park. He's sharp, dedicated, and likely caught up in the whirlwind of his demanding profession. His world is one of charts, diagnoses, and urgent decisions. He's constantly observing, analyzing, but usually his focus is on his patients, on the medical puzzles he needs to solve. Today, however, something different catches his eye. It's Maria. She's part of the cleaning staff, a presence often so familiar in these settings that she might as well be invisible, but not today. Not to Kevin. As she goes about her work, cleaning a surface, organizing a tray, Kevin's gaze drifts towards her. It's not a fleeting glance. He's genuinely watching. What does he see? He sees her hands. They aren't just wiping a counter. They are moving with a steady, almost surgical precision. There's no wasted motion, no hesitation. Every movement is deliberate, efficient, and surprisingly graceful. It's the kind of dexterity and focus he's trained to recognize, the kind he sees in his most skilled colleagues in the operating room. There's a subtle curiosity that flickers across his face. Who is this woman? In that moment, the rigid lines of their professional roles begin to blur. He isn't just a doctor, and she isn't just a cleaner. He sees a person with a hidden depth, a quiet competence that mirrors his own in an unexpected way. It's a spark of recognition, a silent acknowledgement of a shared quality. This small, seemingly insignificant observation opens up a world of questions. What's her story? What led her to this place to perform her duties with such meticulous care? This is where great stories begin, not with grand declarations, but with a quiet, curious glance that sees beyond the surface. It's a reminder that extraordinary qualities can be found in the most ordinary of places if only we take a moment to truly look. Thanks so much for watching and sharing this moment with me. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. See you in the next video. The piercing wail of a siren cuts through the city noise, a sound we all recognize but hope to never hear for ourselves. Then another joins in, and another. It's a symphony of urgency, a chorus of crisis. Red and blue lights flash in a frantic, rhythmic dance against the concrete and glass, painting the night with streaks of anxiety. For most people, it's just a momentary disruption, a reason to pull over. But for the people inside those ambulances and for the teams waiting at the emergency entrance, it's the start of a race against time. Imagine the scene. Doors fly open before the vehicles even come to a complete stop. Faces are grim, focused. Every movement is precise, honed by countless hours of training in real-life emergencies. Inside the AA, the controlled chaos is already in motion. Doctors, nurses, and technicians, a blur of scrubs and stethoscopes, are preparing for the incoming patients. There's a shared language here, spoken in clipped, professional tones. A rapid-fire exchange of vitals, symptoms, and medical history. This isn't just a job, it's a calling. It's about being the calm in someone else's storm. Behind every flashing light is a human story. A car accident on a rain-slicked highway. A sudden collapse at a family dinner. A child's fever that spiked unexpectedly. For the patients, it's a moment of sheer terror and vulnerability. For their families, it's a heart-stopping wait, filled with prayers and unanswered questions. But within these walls, they find a beacon of hope. They find strangers who will fight for their life as if it were their own. These healthcare heroes don't wear capes. They wear scrubs, and their superpower is a combination of skill, compassion, and an unwavering refusal to give up. They are the front line, the first line of defense between life and death. So the next time you hear those sirens, take a moment. Acknowledge the incredible dedication of the first responders and hospital staff rushing towards the danger that everyone else is running from. Their courage and expertise are what hold our communities together in our most desperate hours. They are the steady hands and brave hearts in the heart of the storm. Thank you so much for watching. If this video moved you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more stories that matter. Stay safe out there. The air in the emergency room is electric, a chaotic symphony of beeping machines, urgent shouts, and the frantic rush of feet. It's a scene of controlled pandemonium where every second is a battle against time. Amidst the storm, a young woman named Maria stands near the wall, a picture of calm in the eye of the hurricane. She's not frozen in fear. She's a hawk, her gaze sharp and focused, tracking every movement with a precision born from years of rigorous training. While others see only chaos, Maria sees patterns. She sees a nurse struggling to find a vein, a doctor juggling 3 critical cases at once, a family member lost in a haze of panic and grief. Her eyes don't just see, they analyze. She catalogs the flow of the room, the efficiency of each team, the subtle cues of distress and determination. This isn't just an A to her. It's a living, breathing organism, and she's learning its every pulse and rhythm. You see, Maria isn't just an observer. She's a future leader in emergency medicine. This chaos is her classroom, these life or death moments, her textbooks. She's absorbing the unspoken language of saving lives, the nod that signals a successful intubation, the shared glance of relief after a patient stabilizes. Each event, no matter how small or how gut-wrenching, is a lesson etched into her memory. She knows that one day soon, she won't be standing by the wall. She'll be at the heart of the storm, and the calm, decisive leadership she's cultivating right now will be the anchor that saves countless lives. Her journey is a testament to the fact that greatness is often forged in the most intense fires. It's about more than just knowledge. It's about composure, empathy, and an unshakable will to make a difference. Thank you for watching. If you were inspired by Maria's story, please like this video and subscribe for more content that celebrates the quiet heroes among us. See you next time. Have you ever felt it? That gut feeling, that sixth sense that tells you something is wrong before anyone else even has a clue? For Maria, that feeling wasn't just a hunch. It was a constant humming current beneath the surface of her everyday life. Working in the hushed, sterile halls of the hospital, she was surrounded by the rhythmic beeps and steady lines of life support machines. To most, it was just background noise. To Maria, it was a symphony, and she could hear every note that was out of tune. One afternoon, the usual calm of the ICU was pierced by a subtle shift only she could perceive. Time seemed to stretch, pulling everything into slow motion. Her gaze locked onto the monitors above bed 4. Mr. Henderson, post-op, stable. That's what the chart said. That's what the doctors believed, but Maria saw something else. The numbers were technically within range, but the pattern was all wrong. A slight, almost imperceptible dip in blood pressure, a tiny flutter in the heart rate that was too fast to be a mere anomaly. It was a whisper of a problem, but to Maria, it was screaming. Her eyes, sharp and focused, traced the invisible story the machines were telling. It wasn't on the screen. It was in the space between the numbers, the rhythm behind the rhythm, internal bleeding. The diagnosis bloomed in her mind, fully formed and terrifyingly certain, long before the first critical alarm was ready to sound. Her colleagues were busy with their routines, charting, talking, completely unaware of the storm brewing silently in bed 4. But Maria knew. She had to act, to make them see what she saw, to convince them to listen to a truth that hadn't even shown its face yet. Every second that ticked by in this strange, slow-motion world was a second Mr. Henderson didn't have. Her heart pounded in her chest, a frantic drumbeat against the steady, deceptive calm of the ICU. This was her gift, her burden. And right now, a life depended on it. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'd love to have you as part of our community. See you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story about a choice. A choice that might seem small to the outside world, but for the person making it, it feels like the weight of the universe is resting on their shoulders. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Where you could either stay quiet and safe in the shadows or step into the light, knowing it could change everything. Let's meet Maria. For years, her world has been one of routine, of quiet observation. Her mop isn't just a tool for cleaning floors. It's her shield, her invisibility cloak. It allows her to move through the grand hallways and bustling rooms unnoticed, a ghost in the background of other people's lives. She's heard secrets whispered in corridors, seen tears shed in empty boardrooms, and witnessed triumphs celebrated behind closed doors. She knows the true stories that the polished surfaces of this building don't tell. And through it all, she has remained silent, a keeper of unspoken truths. It's safer that way, isn't it? To just do your job, keep your head down, and go home. No ripples, no trouble. But today's different. Today, what she has seen, what she knows, isn't just a piece of harmless gossip. It's something that matters, something that could right a wrong, something that could help someone who desperately needs it. But speaking up means becoming visible. It means shedding the comfortable anonymity she's worn for so long. It means facing questions, judgment, and maybe even consequences she can't predict. We see her there, her knuckles white as she grips the familiar, worn handle of her mop. It's her anchor to the life she knows, the safe and predictable world of the invisible. Her heart is pounding in her chest, a drumbeat of stay quiet versus speak up. Look at her face. Every doubt, every fear, every ounce of courage she possesses is warring right there in her eyes. This is the moment, the crossroads. Does she let go of the handle, step out from behind her shield, and find her voice? Or does she take a deep breath, push the mop forward, and let the moment and the truth just be washed away with everything else? It's a decision we all face in our own ways, the choice to be seen. What do you think she'd do? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this little story, Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content. See you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most intense and pivotal moments in the series, a scene that had us all on the edge of our seats. Let's set the stage. Dr. Park, a seasoned and respected surgeon, is in the middle of a delicate procedure. The emergency room is a whirlwind of controlled chaos, every team member moving with practiced efficiency. The patient on the table is stable, but the situation is critical. Everything seems to be going according to plan, just another high-stakes day in the air. But then the unexpected happens. Maria, a junior resident often seen as quiet and observant, breaks protocol. She strides purposefully past the attending nurses, her eyes locked on the patient's monitor. She doesn't hesitate. She walks directly up to Dr. Park, right in the middle of the procedure. The entire room holds its breath. You could cut the tension with a scalpel. What could possibly be so urgent that it warrants interrupting a senior surgeon mid-operation? The team exchanges nervous glances, anticipating Dr. Park's surely explosive reaction to such a breach of hierarchy. Ignoring the glares and the palpable shock in the air, Maria speaks, her voice ringing with a calm but unshakable firmness that cuts through the noise of the ER. This patient needs immediate surgery, splenic rupture, she announces. The words hang in the air for a moment. Splenic rupture. A catastrophic, often fatal internal injury that can be easily missed in the initial chaos of a trauma case. The entire eye freezes. Dr. Park's hands stop moving. Every eye in the room, once filled with annoyance, now widens in stunned realization. Maria didn't just break the rules. She might have just saved a life. This single moment changes everything for her, for Dr. Park, and for the patient whose life hangs in the balance. That scene was just masterfully done, wasn't it? The courage, the intuition, the sheer guts it took for Maria to make that call. What did you all think when you first saw it? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoy deep dives like this, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Scene opens with dramatic, low-key lighting, focusing on Maria as she slowly and deliberately removes a pair of medical gloves. She looks directly at another character, Dr. Walsh, her expression a mixture of intensity and weariness. You wanted to know who I am. Dr. Walsh, you've been asking around, digging into my past, trying to figure out how I can do what I do. You see me here in this quiet clinic, patching up scrapes and treating the flu, and you assume that's all there is to me. You think you have me all figured out, just another small-town doctor. But you don't know the first thing about me. You see these hands? Before they were resetting a child's broken arm or stitching up a cut from a fall, they were working under the most intense pressure imaginable. They've been places and done things you only see in movies. You look at me and see a civilian, but that's not the whole story. It's not even the most important chapter. 12 years ago, I wasn't Dr. Maria Gonzalez. I was Major Maria Gonzalez, a trauma surgeon in the United States Army. I wasn't in a pristine, quiet clinic like this one. My operating room was a tent in the middle of a desert, filled with the sounds of chaos, with helicopters landing and the constant, thrumming anxiety of a war zone. My patients weren't coming in with sprained ankles. They were coming in with wounds you can't even fathom. I learned to work with limited supplies, under impossible timelines, with lives hanging by a thread every single second of every single day. I learned to make decisions in a heartbeat that would determine whether a soldier would see their family again. I held the line between life and death with these two hands, surrounded by the bravest people I've ever known. So when you see me stay calm during an emergency, when you wonder how I can diagnose a complex case so quickly, or how I handle the pressure when everything goes wrong, it's because I've already been through the fire. I faced the worst that humanity can throw at itself, and I came out the other side. This quiet life, this is my peace. A peace I earned. Now you know. The real question, Dr. Walsh, is what are you going to do with that information? Thanks for watching our story unfold. If you're as invested as we are, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. We appreciate all of your support and can't wait to see you in the next video. The call came in the dead of night, a cacophony of sirens tearing through the quiet city streets. They said it was impossible, a multi-vehicle pileup with casualties beyond counting. In the chaos of the emergency room, hope was a flickering candle against a hurricane. But then she walked in, Maria. Her face was a mask of calm, a stark contrast to the panic swirling around her. It had been years, but the moment she donned those familiar blue scrubs, it was as if she had never left. The air crackled with a new energy. She didn't shout, she didn't rush. Her voice, clear and steady, cut through the noise like a scalpel. Prepo R3. I need a crash cart, full thoracic tray, and get me a crossmatch for O negative now. Her orders were precise, a rapid-fire sequence of commands that left no room for hesitation. The younger residents, who only knew her by reputation, stared in awe. The seasoned nurses who remembered her in her prime moved with a renewed sense of purpose. They had seen this before. They knew what she was capable of. A monitor blared an urgent warning, a flatline tone that screamed defeat, but Maria didn't even flinch. She was already there, hands moving with a practiced grace that defied the years she'd been away. Paddles, she commanded, her eyes locked on the patient. The defibrillator whined as it charged. Clear. The patient's body jolted, nothing. Again. Another jolt. A faint rhythmic beep echoed in the tense silence. A heartbeat. A collective sigh of relief swept through the room, but Maria was already moving on to the next life hanging in the balance. This wasn't just a hospital, it was her stage. This wasn't just a crisis, it was her symphony. And tonight, Maria, the maestro of the operating room, was back to conduct her masterpiece, pulling life back from the brink, one impossible save at a time. The legend was real. She was home. Thank you for watching this story unfold. If you were as captivated as we were, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more incredible narratives, and share your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you next time. Scene opens with a cinematic push through hospital doors labeled Operating Room 2, the gentle hum of machinery, the sterile scent of antiseptic. It's a world I once knew like the back of my hand. For years, these doors were a gateway, not a barrier. Behind them, life and death danced a delicate waltz, and I was one of the conductors. But then the music stopped. For me, at least. Maria is seen methodically putting on surgical gloves, each snap echoing in the quiet. Pulling on these gloves, it's muscle memory. The thin layer of latex feels like a second skin, a familiar armor. It's strange how a simple act can transport you back in time. With every snap, the memories flood in. The adrenaline of a critical case, the profound focus where the world outside fades to nothing, the shared glance with your team that says, "We've got this." She carefully adjusts her surgical mask, her eyes showing a mix of determination and apprehension, and the mask. It hides your expression, but it can't hide what's in your eyes. Hope, fear, exhaustion, determination. I've seen it all reflected back at me in the goggles of my colleagues. For a long time, I couldn't even look at one of these without feeling a phantom weight on my chest, a ghost of the pressure I once carried. I left this world behind. I had to. The cost became too great, the nights too long, the losses too heavy. I told myself I was done, that I'd hung up my scrubs for good. I built a new life, a quieter one, far from the relentless beeping of heart monitors, but a part of you never really leaves. It's a calling etched into your very being. Maria takes a deep breath and pushes the door open. stepping into the brightly lit operating room, that today is different. Today, I'm not running from the past. I'm walking back into it. Someone in there needs a skill I spent a lifetime honing. And when a life is on the line, you don't get to say no. You step up, you put on the gloves, you tie the mask, and you remember who you are. This is more than just an operating room. For me, it's a reckoning. It's coming home. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. If this story resonates with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more. Your support means the world. See you next time. The operating room is a symphony of controlled chaos. Bright surgical lights glare down, washing out everything but the critical task at hand. You see the steady hands of the surgeon, gloved and precise, moving with a practiced grace that belies the life or death stakes. There's the stark, vivid red against the sterile blue and white drapes. This isn't a performance for a camera. This is the raw, unfiltered reality of saving a life. Every person in this room moves with purpose. The scrub nurse anticipates the surgeon's every need. The anesthesiologist monitors the patient's vitals, a silent guardian angel ensuring they remain stable. It's a ballet of expertise where each member plays a crucial role. A quiet hum of machinery is the only soundtrack, punctuated by the soft beeps of monitors and the calm, focused exchange of information between the team. Then her voice cuts through the tension, clear and unwavering. 10 Blade. It's not just a request. It's a command, a declaration. In that simple phrase, you hear years of training, countless hours of dedication, and an unshakable confidence that fills the entire room. She receives the scalpel, her grip firm. The first incision is made. It's a moment of immense trust from the patient, from the team, from the world outside these four walls. This is where heroes are made, not with capes, but with scalpels and an unbreakable will to heal. This level of teamwork and expertise is what modern medicine is all about. It is a powerful reminder of the incredible things humans can achieve when they work together with skill and compassion. The pressure is immense, but so is their resolve. They are a well-oiled machine, driven by a single goal, to give someone a second chance at life. And as the procedure continues, that quiet confidence never wavers, a beacon of hope under the intense surgical lights. Thank you so much for watching. If you were moved by this glimpse into the world of surgery, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories. We'll see you in the next one. Sound of a heart monitor beeping steadily. The patient's vitals are stabilizing. Can you believe it? Just moments ago, we were looking at a flat line. The room was chaos, alarms blaring, everyone scrambling. Now there's just this steady, rhythmic beep. A sound I don't think any of us expected to hear again. I look across the operating table at Dr. Evans, a man with 20 years of experience under his belt, and his jaw is practically on the floor. Dr. Chun is just staring at the monitor, her eyes wide with disbelief. It's a look I've seen before, but usually when something has gone horribly, terribly wrong. Not like this. Not when a miracle has just unfolded before our very eyes. And then there's Maria. While the rest of us are frozen, trying to process what just happened, she's completely calm. Her hands are steady, moving with a practiced grace that seems almost out of place in this high-tech operating room. She's quietly finishing the sutures, her focus absolute. It's like the chaos and the subsequent miracle never even registered. She's just doing her job, closing the wound with meticulous precision. The silence in the room is deafening, broken only by the beeping monitor and the soft snip of her scissors as she cuts the final thread. She works with an economy of motion that is mesmerizing to watch. Every movement has a purpose. There is no wasted energy, no hesitation. As she places the last instrument on the tray, a soft whisper breaks the silence. It's Maria. She looks up, a faint, almost imperceptible smile playing on her lips, and says, "It's like riding a bicycle. And just like that, the tension in the room shatters. We all just kind of look at her and then at each other, and a wave of relieved laughter ripples through the room. Riding a bicycle? After what she just did, the skill she just demonstrated, it was more like watching an Olympic athlete perform a gold medal routine they'd practiced their entire life. It was a humbling, awe-inspiring moment none of us will ever forget. Thanks so much for watching this incredible story unfold. If you were as moved as we were, please hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing tales from the front lines of medicine. We'll see you in the next video. It's hard to know where to begin. For so long, I've just been running, not from anyone, not really, but from everything, from the noise. You see, after the war, you don't just leave it behind. It follows you. It gets inside your head. The sounds, the smells, the constant feeling that something is about to go wrong. People call it PTSD. They give it a name, a label, but it's more than that. It's like a ghost that lives in your house, that sits with you at dinner, that lies next to you in bed at night. I tried. I really did. I tried to be the person everyone remembered, the one who left. I smiled. I went to parties. I pretended the screaming in my head wasn't there. But it was exhausting. Every loud noise made me jump. Every crowded room felt like a trap. I could see the confusion in my friends' eyes, the worry in my family's faces. They wanted the old Maria back, and I couldn't find her. She died somewhere over there in the dust and the chaos. So I left. I vanished. It was the only way I could think of to stop hurting them, to stop them from watching me fall apart. I thought if I could just be alone, I could silence the ghosts. I needed to disappear so I could maybe, just maybe, find a way to put the pieces of myself back together, far away from anyone who knew how broken I was. It wasn't about leaving them. It was about trying to save what little was left of me. I just didn't know how to explain that then. I'm not even sure I can explain it now. The hospital hallway was never truly silent. Even late at night, it hummed with the quiet urgency of healing. For months, Maria had moved through these halls with a mop and a bucket, her presence unnoticed, just another part of the night's rhythm. She knew every corner, every scuff mark, every faint smell of antiseptic that clung to the air. But tonight, something was different. She wasn't wearing her janitor's uniform. She stood before the hospital administrator, her hands clasped, her posture straight, her scrubs crisp and clean. The name tag on her chest didn't say custodian. It said Dr. Maria Reyes. The administrator looked at her, confused. He recognized her, of course. She was the woman who cleaned his office, always with a quiet efficiency. He started to speak, probably to ask if she was lost, but Maria spoke first. Her voice was steady, filled with a resolve forged over years of silent observation and buried dreams. I know this hospital, she began, her gaze unwavering. I know its sounds, its smells, its routines. I've cleaned the operating rooms after long, difficult surgeries. I've polished the floors where surgeons pace, worrying about their patients. I've seen the relief and the grief in the faces of families in the waiting rooms. She took a deep breath. Before I came to this country, I was a surgeon, a good one. One spent years in medical school, years in residency. My hands knew how to hold a scalpel, how to stitch a wound, how to save a life. She paused, letting the weight of her words fill the quiet office. Circumstances changed, and I did what I had to do to survive, to provide for my family. I took this job because it was a job. But every night, while I cleaned, I wasn't just cleaning. I was watching, learning. I read every discarded medical journal. I followed the new procedures online. My mind never left the operating room. A new light flickered in the administrator's eyes, a spark of understanding, of intrigue. Maria pressed on, her voice filled with a passion that had been dormant for too long. You are short-staffed on the night shift. I see the exhaustion on the residents' faces. I hear the calls for an extra pair of skilled hands. My hands are skilled. My certifications are valid. All my paperwork is in order. She slid a folder across his desk. Let me work nights, she said, her voice dropping to a powerful, determined whisper. Not as a cleaner, but as a surgeon. Let me serve again. Let me do what I was born to do, right here, in the place I already call my second home. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more inspiring content. See you next time. Some heroes don't wear capes, they wear scrubs. This is the story of Maria, a name you might not know, but one that's whispered with reverence in the quiet late-night hours of the hospital. Her journey wasn't about seeking the spotlight. It was about finding purpose when the world was asleep. Here, under the stark glow of the surgical lamps, is where Maria truly comes alive. The night shift is a world of its own, a place where every second counts and every decision can change a life. For most, it's a daunting, exhausting challenge. For Maria, it's a calling. We see her hands, steady and sure, moving with a practiced grace that speaks of years of dedication. Each suture, each incision, is a testament to a promise she made to herself long ago, to be a beacon of hope in the darkest hours. But Maria's legacy isn't just in the lives she saves directly, it's in the lives she shapes. Watch her with the young residents, their faces a mixture of awe and nervous energy. She doesn't just command, she mentors. Her voice is calm, a steadying presence amidst the managed chaos of an emergency. Breathe, she'd tell a young doctor, her hand on their shoulder. Trust your training, trust yourself. You've got this. She's not just teaching them procedures. She's teaching them resilience. She's showing them how to find strength when they feel overwhelmed, how to lead with compassion, and how to carry the weight of this responsibility without letting it break them. In these hushed corridors, a new generation of healers is being forged, guided by a quiet hero who asks for nothing in return. Emergencies don't wait for the sun to rise. A sudden crisis, alarms blaring, the team springs into action. And at the center of it all is Maria, the anchor in the storm. Her focus is absolute, her mind racing through possibilities, her instructions clear and concise. She is the calm in the eye of the hurricane, a living embodiment of grace under pressure. This is where she was reborn, not in a blaze of glory, but in the quiet, profound moments of service. In the shared look of relief after a successful surgery, in the grateful nod from a colleague, in the knowledge that she is making a difference, one night at a time. Maria's story is a powerful reminder that true heroism is often silent, found not in applause, but in unwavering dedication and the quiet impact we have on others. Thank you for watching and sharing this moment with us. If stories like Maria's inspire you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content that shines a light on the everyday heroes among us. See you next time. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to share a story that really touched my heart and made me think about what healing truly means. It's about a young woman named Maria and her wise mentor, Dr. Park. Maria was a brilliant medical resident, sharp and skilled, believing that the operating room was the ultimate battlefield where life was won and lost. For her, healing was about precise incisions, sutures, and the hum of machines. She saw medicine as a science, a series of problems to be solved with a scalpel and expertise. But Dr. Park, who had seen decades of patients come and go, knew there was more to it than that. One afternoon, after a particularly grueling surgery, Dr. Park found Maria looking out a window, her expression thoughtful. He asked her what was on her mind. Maria turned, a new understanding dawning in her eyes. You know, she began, her voice soft, I used to think that all the important work happened right here, under these bright lights. She gestured toward the empty OR. I thought healing was about fixing what's broken. Physically. She paused, then continued. But then I saw the volunteer who sits with elderly patients. just holding their hand so they don't feel alone. I saw the janitor who always has a kind word for a scared family in the waiting room. I saw a nurse stay after her shift to braid a little girl's hair because she missed her mom. A small smile touched Maria's lips. I learned that healing doesn't always happen in the OR. Sometimes it's in the quiet moments. It's in the silent acts of service that don't get charted or billed. It's the kindness that mends the spirit when the body is weak. It's about restoring hope, not just tissue. Dr. Park simply nodded, his own smile full of warmth and pride. He knew Maria had just learned the most important lesson of her career, and it's a lesson for all of us, isn't it? Healing is a human connection. It's the empathy, the compassion, the simple act of showing up for someone. Whether you're a doctor, a friend, or a stranger, we all have the power to heal in our own small, silent ways. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. It means the world. See you next time. Good evening, everyone. Standing here 2 years after I first walked through the doors of this hospital feels surreal. Holding this award for excellence in emergency medicine is an incredible honor, and I'm deeply grateful to the committee and to my mentors who saw potential in me. But as I look at this medal, I don't just see my own reflection. I see the countless faces of the people who truly make this place run, the people who are the lifeblood of our hospital. I'm talking about the heroes who often go unseen. I'm talking about the custodians who work tirelessly through the night, ensuring every surface is sanitized, every room is ready for the next patient. They are our first line of defense against infection. Their work is not just cleaning, it's life-saving. I see the kitchen staff who prepare nutritious meals, providing comfort and strength to patients, and a much-needed energy boost to the medical teams during a 12-hour shift. I see the transport teams who navigate these halls with precision and care, getting patients where they need to be safely and on time. I see the administrative staff, the clerks, the schedulers, who manage the chaos with a calm demeanor, ensuring our operations run smoothly so we can focus on our patients. They are the scaffolding that supports this entire structure. This award isn't just for me. It's for every single person who contributes to the ecosystem of healing in this hospital. Medicine is a team sport, and the most valuable players are often the ones without the spotlight. Tonight, I want to honor them. This medal belongs to all of us. It represents our collective effort, our shared commitment, and our united passion for caring for others. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. It truly helps, and I appreciate your support. See you next time. Have you ever wondered what makes a hero? Is it a cape? A superpower? Or is it something quieter, something more profound, hidden in the everyday moments we so often overlook? We're taught to look for heroes on pedestals and headlines and on big screens. We celebrate the extraordinary, the loud, the monumental. But what if I told you that true heroism, the kind that genuinely changes the world, is often silent? It's the quiet strength, the unwavering dedication that happens when no one is watching. Think about the people you pass every day. The person who cleans the floors you walk on, the one who stocks the shelves at your local store, or the nurse who works a double shift without a single complaint. We see them, but do we truly see them? We see their uniforms, their tasks, but do we see the stories behind their eyes? The sacrifices they make, the burdens they carry, the dreams they hold on to. These are the people who keep our world turning. They are the gears in the grand machine of society, working tirelessly in the background. Their stage isn't a podium. It's a hospital hallway, a quiet classroom, or a late-night office. Their applause isn't the roar of a crowd. It's the simple knowledge that they've made a difference, however small it may seem. They don't seek recognition or fame. Their reward is in the work itself, in the comfort they provide, the order they create, and the lives they touch in ways they may never even know. Maria's story is a powerful reminder of this. Her journey wasn't about a dramatic transformation from one role to another. It was about revealing the hero that was there all along. The same hands that held a mop with diligence and care are the same hands that now bring comfort and healing in the emergency room. The dedication was always present, just waiting for its next chapter. It teaches us a beautiful lesson. Greatness isn't about the title you hold. It's about the heart you bring to whatever you do. So the next time you walk through a hospital, a school, or even your own office, take a moment, look closer. You might just find that you are surrounded by heroes. Sometimes the greatest among us are the ones walking right beside us, unseen, their greatness hidden in plain sight. Thank you so much for watching. If the story touched you, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content that celebrates the unsung heroes in our lives. We'll see you in the next one.